Hi, Sparrows. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. Come on in. Hi, Leslie Bracy. Hey. Veronica Morris. Hello. How are you doing today? Cousin Terry Alton. How are you? How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to the room. It's juicy tonight. Sharon Robinson, another cuz in the room. Welcome. Come on in, Sparrows. It's going to be juicy tonight. It's Matters of the Heart Monday. Matters of the Heart Monday. And we have Demetriuz Richardson coming in tonight. D. Rich coming in from Charlotte. What's up, cuz? Derek, how are you? Eric, welcome in. Whittington, thank you all for taking time out of your schedule to join us tonight. It's going to be great. It's actually a recap from, gosh, about a month ago. We had such dramas, so much drama, so much drama to where I had to bring Demetriuz back. It was only the right thing to do. It was the first thing. Good evening to you, Whittington. Welcome in. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow and getting something set up. It's awesome. Indeed, indeed. For those of you who don't know who I am Valerie Miller of TVM, the Valerie Miller Double Fold. This very moment you have opportunity to change. And we all have opportunity to change. And if you need assistance with that, of course, I am your conscious change coach. Reach out. My Sparrow, reach out. Show some likes and loves if you can hear me, and if you can hear me clearly. Likes and loves, please. Hi. Yes, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get Demetriuz in here. Welcome to the room, Tiffany, and I do this every week. I have this tripod that I use, and I put my finger in the way. Demetriuz, I see you on, dear. I see you on. Unable to add you. What is going on? What's happening here? We're not getting ready to do that again. Not tonight. Look at the bottom of the screen, Demetriuz. There is a double silhouette. Hit that, and then it'll ask you to be coming on. You're inviting yourself in. Megan, welcome to the room. Welcome in, Tiff. Not tonight. Not tonight. Hopefully you guys have had a great MLK Day. The majority of you were off. I'm sure there are some of you who had to work. However, you have to show some homage to Dr. King. That's a definite. Gotta show homage. That man did way too much for so many people. And one day isn't enough. And I know we celebrate him on this day. However, his actual birthday is January the 15th. January the 15th. Hi, Teresa. Welcome to the room, cuz. Welcome to the room. I don't know what's happening here. I get to messing. You guys know I get to messing. And then I start hitting stuff I have no business hitting. And then the screen goes dark like this. And then I have to turn it back around. I be doing way too much. And I do believe Demetriuz should be coming in. I sent him an invite, so hopefully he'll be popping in any moment now. Antonia Aguilar, welcome in. Russell, welcome, cuz. Mr. Deep South in the room. Joy Carswell. So yes, come on in. We're going to get started momentarily. And I'm going to, while we wait for Demetriuz to pop in, I'm going to read my absolute favorite quote of Dr. King's. It's my absolute favorite quote. And I posted it on my timeline today for those of you who didn't see it or you didn't catch it on whatever you call that thing on Facebook. Well, it's take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. That is my absolute favorite quote of all times. And it's to really embrace that quote, because everything in life warrants taking the first step. Just take one single step, and that will be it. That is enough, and that is all. Demetriuz, if you can hear me, be sure to have your phone horizontal. Or is it vertical? Don't have it up forward. Just turn it over to the side. I learned the other day that was an issue for someone coming on. I love that quote too, Veronica. I absolutely love that quote. It's showing that you're coming on. I probably should have gone into prayer before I hit that button tonight. I should have gone into prayer for the simple fact we had so many issues the last time. It is an awesome quote, and it's one to really live by. It's been one that's been in my arsenal for the longest time, and I have always cherished it as my absolute favorite, and it still ranks that. It still ranks that all the time. Facebook does need to be anointed, Joy. I'm just going to the Lord is covering Facebook right now, because, you know, it doesn't take all this to have a live broadcast. It really doesn't. We could have been up in and already started with some juiciness about right now. We should be. We start losing momentum. We're excited. Been hyping this up all day long. It's the second time. Turn your phone vertical, Demetriuz. Don't have it straight on like you're talking. Just flip it to the side and then come on. I learned that that has been an issue for some people. So flip it to the side, send me another invite, and then come on in. Since I've sent you an invitation, it's not allowing me to do it again. We're not doing that tonight. No, sir, we're not doing that. I have been threatening to scoot over to Instagram anyway with my lives, and like I did last week, if I have to do it, I'll do it yet again. I'll do it yet again. The funny thing is, Demetriuz and I took time beforehand to come on and try it. Guess what? Not a problem at all. Not at all. It's going to work this time. Watch. Watch. The Lord I serve, watch. Watch Demetriuz get in the room this time. He's going to get in the room. Set up some prayers. It is the nuttiest thing. Yeah, take my time. And I've been rushing all afternoon, doing this, doing that, working on the deadline to get this book finished, because it's done.
Yeah,
See what
man.
I'm telling you? The Lord I serve, that man's powerful. I've been rushing all afternoon. See? Demetriuz. Hey.
Hey, man.
See what I'm telling you? The Lord I serve. I thought I was going to have to call the Lord on in again. But, you know, I did a silent prayer, and I knew you'd pop in this time around. So, Sparrows, if you could do me the favor and just give a round of applause for D. Rich coming in from Monday, Matters of the Heart. And there is some significance to Matters of the Heart. I still have people asking, what is Matters of the Heart, and what is all that about, Val? And just to give a snapshot of Matters of the Heart, it's basically utilizing my book. It gives me opportunity to talk about some things that I've experienced, and talk about the book itself. I haven't had opportunity to really promote it like I should have, and here we are knocking on the door of releasing book number 2. So it was just something I was led to do, and doing that because there's so many people that have matters of the heart and they don't talk about them. However, they've read this book and they will call and they will ask questions behind. Demetriuz, you've read it. You've had a lot of engagement with me when it comes to how I became fabulous and a lady all the time. So that's basically where it comes from. It gives me a platform and you a stage to come on and talk about some things that are concerning you, and we can hash that thing out. And being your conscious change coach, Two, it's a lot of things like this, relationships that I speak with clients about. And it also gives some leverage, as well as some other platforms. So we won't get into all that tonight, because without any further ado, we're going to welcome Mr. D. Rich. Hi there.
Thank y'all. Thank you for having me, Val. I'm proud of you to start off with, for stepping out on faith and you know what I mean, just walking in your passion and
Yeah.
educating peoples and providing a platform for people like me that's inspiring, to do my thing and a platform just to share my journey and my passion with people, on. And I'm
Yes.
grateful. Yeah, yeah. Thank
I'm
you for
grateful
having
for
me.
you. You are quite welcome. And that's truly what it is, obedience. Because trust me, I did not. I went toe to toe with the Lord on this. I did not want to do it. And he gave me
Right,
all of
right,
72 hours to get it together and be on live with it. And guess who was obedient?
right.
I had to do it because of the simple fact, writing so much. Music has such an association for me
Mm-hmm.
personally. I can't
That's
speak for
right.
anybody else or any other sparrows, but when I write to music.
Right.
Music takes you back to a date and a time. So when I'm
That's right.
remembering something I'm writing about, a song would trigger that. It takes me back to that date, that time, who
Exactly.
I'm with, what we were doing, and it helps me to write from my
It
memory
is.
due to association of a song.
Right.
So that's where it all comes in. You have a music background, and being family, we both come from that. It's in our blood. We can't help it.
It
DNA.
is. It is. That's
You're
right.
just on the
That's
front
right. It
side.
runs through. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it runs deep in our family. As most would know that know our family background. Um, I mean, that's one of our biggest things that run in our bloodline is music and just being creative all around. You have some that
Right.
create music like myself and other family members. Then you have some that's on the management side. Like my cousin. He got his own company. Shouts out to Russell Miller, and you're an
DSC.
author, and it's just unlimited lines, streams of lines of talent, all different types of talent, that's attached to the music industry and just
Right.
entertainment industry, period. You know what I
Right.
mean? Just it runs in our family, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I mean, just to be on this therapeutic side, I mean, music is therapeutic to me. That's
It
how
is.
that's how I express myself. You know what I'm saying? So, and
I
I mean,
do.
it's just like it's therapeutic, and I just like making it and just you know sharing my life experiences, through music with people, and hoping that it could be therapeutic to them as well. You know what I mean?
In essence, it is. It's something you can zone out to. I literally don't do anything without it. I'm not one to just lie around on the couch and watch television. Mm-mm.
Right.
Because it keeps me confined to a space. Music, you're
That's right.
free flowing, like water. You take it wherever you're going. When you're watching something, you're kind of fixated on that. Not my life.
Right.
So when it comes to that, music is communication. It's therapeutic, like you said. And I usually put it
It
in
is.
hashtag music is medicine. It's medicine to me because it's always
It
a
is.
genre of music somewhere that's relative to what you're feeling, what you're going through, what your thoughts are.
Right.
And usually it
Mm-hmm.
aligns at that perfect time when you need to hear it.
It is.
And
It is. I
and you
can't
say
live with.
that very I can't either.
I can't live
I
without
can't
it. I
either.
can't.
I can't either.
It is.
So yeah, I'm grateful that you're here. And the last time it took us 5 tries to get you on. We had to
It
rebuke
did.
him.
It did, it did, but we here now, nevertheless. You know what I
We
mean. We
did
don't
it.
let we don't let the devil stop us. We keep pounding
Absolutely
until we get
not.
through. So we're gonna
It was
talk
still
about it tonight.
juicy.
Yeah,
No, we're
yeah,
over that. It was so juicy still. And I recommend anyone who missed that first episode with D Rich, go back. It took 5 tries, but you got to get up very early in the morning to beat me because I'll call you on the phone. When I do that, we're going to have a conversation, period. You cannot defeat any of this. You cannot. Something that's intended, it's going down,
That's
you
right.
know? And like we mentioned, just a clip from before, it's in our DNA. It goes back to our granddad. Family groups singing, traveling on Saturdays and Sundays. The Supreme Angels, I'll never forget that. And then it was you guys.
Yes,
It was
it
a
was.
natural thing. And I'm not sure for you, but I just felt like that's what everybody did. I thought everybody
Right,
did that,
right,
but they
right, right.
didn't. They didn't. And
That's
it
right.
was just a beautiful thing. So I'm grateful for the family and how they used music for us as a communication. You know,
It is.
we could relate
Right,
to that. We started on the gospel
right.
side. I still love my gospel music. You know, it's just a plethora of genres, no one over the other. At the same time, every genre has a place, every one.
It
It
does.
just depends
It
on what
does.
you're interested in.
Right, and it has a purpose as well. You know what I mean? Every
Exactly.
genre has a purpose. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
It does.
label like none of it is bad. It's all good. You know what I mean? It's good for its own
Absolutely.
purpose. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, it
so,
is.
we can get
You
into
know,
it. You know what I mean?
hey, it is what it is, but at the same time, it's all about association. And
It
to
is.
have you on today, because it's so much that I'm currently dealing with, and I'm spazzing in a sense, but it's in a good way. It's because
Okay.
number two is coming out of this book. And sometimes you got to go back again. And I have to the 17th, my birthday, to drop this book.
I
I'm
got you.
still putting pieces of the puzzle together, but I can promise you it'll landslide in just on time. I promise you. It's going to
I
be in
already know
on
what it is.
time. Yeah, yeah, I'll pull all nights.
Gonna be some
I'll
sleepless
I'll do
nights
it.
too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Sleepless nights. I know you'll get
yeah.
it done. I know you're gonna
And
get it
that's
done. And
it. And it's just a
congratulations on
commendable
that.
thing. Thank you.
That's right.
I can't leave it
Def
hanging, Demetrius. I can't leave it hanging. That
no,
first was just the part
no,
one. There's three parts to this story.
that's right.
Y'all not
We never
ready?
start nothing. Yeah, we never start nothing to not finish it. You know what I'm saying? So we always finish what
Yes.
we start. It may take a little time. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? So
Yes. Yes. But you know what? I recommend this. Do not read book two and you have not read book one. Don't do it.
it's great.
No. Amazon.com. Go over there. Get you a copy and read that before the second one drops because you're going to be kind of disconnected if you don't. And it's an easy flow. So definitely do that. And with you, Demetrius, we mentioned this before talking about those the video trilogies of how you're transitioning your
Right.
music. It's not
That's right.
just vocals. You're making it live time. You're turning it into miniature theater. It's beyond a
Yes.
video. It's some stuff happening.
Exactly. That's oh yeah, definitely. It's coming together. Well, I mean, as my journey progressed, it's just I just started like kind of this whole visual side of things just kind of started forming in me beyond
Yes,
just creating the music. You know what I mean? It's like when I
yes,
write, it's like I visually see what I'm writing. You know what I mean? So that
I
helps
do.
me like pen the songs from beginning to end. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was just like I started having these fluent visuals, and it was like it was incredible. It was like overwhelming, and it was just like I just wanted to try and venture out and do other things, and I just kind of feel like with our culture, a lot of times it's beyond hearing. Sometimes they have to see to really draw their interest
Exactly.
in for them to really listen. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Yeah.
with that being the case, I don't know. I just grasped this major love for the visual side of things, and probably like 4 years ago. I mean, I have so much content from music to videos to short
Right.
films. Well, I shot this short film titled "The R&B Love Story," and
Yes.
how that came about was I had shot a music video, and it was weird how it came out. And I was telling the videographer, I didn't want the video to be no longer than, I would say, 3 minutes and, three minutes and 50 seconds. And he called me back and he was like, man, listen, we got so much great footage till, could you give me 6 minutes? I'm like, 6 minutes? I'm like, no, man, come on, man. I was like, who's gonna sit there and
So
watch
you're
that
not
for six
Dougie Fresh.
minutes?
Come on.
Yes, yes, yes. And he was like, man, he was like, well, give me like 5:30. I was like, okay. I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I said, you go ahead and put it together and, let me see it and I'll, if it keeps my interest, then we'll roll with it. He sent it. When
Right.
he sent it to me and I looked at the time, it was like 6 minutes and I'm like, oh my God. So I sat there, I watched it, and I was like, whoa, this is interesting. You know what I mean? So he kind of sold me
Yes.
on the whole thing. And it was a song that I really didn't care that much about that I just shot the video to. And it really made the song come to life. It made me like the song even more. You know what I mean? Because it's
Good.
like a lot of music I make it just be like, it might be something that hit me at the moment and I'll sit down, I'll write it, then I'll record it. You know what I mean? Then I'll be like, it's okay. I might come back, I'll let it sit for a while, a couple of weeks, I'll come back. If it don't move me like it moved me when I first recorded it, I just throw it in the stash. I won't throw it away, cast it away altogether. I'll put it back
Exactly.
because, like I said, I might use it for something else. You know what I'm
You will
saying?
definitely
So
use
make a
it for
long,
something else.
yes, yes. Make a long story short. We done the video. We aired the video.
Okay.
Should try that. I was like, okay. Just went back and I grabbed a whole lot of like four or five other songs that I had sitting that I wasn't really doing nothing with that I felt like would fit the storyline. We
Right.
shot. We had it was probably like four other shoots, and we came up with this short film. It's called the R&B Love Story. And actually, nobody's seen it. The only thing I ever put out was the trailer. So hopefully by the end of this week, I done been sitting on that for 4 years because I really couldn't do nothing with it. And
Right.
I just been sitting on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and release it, and just to let people see the potential. Then that was four
Please.
years ago, and it's just been sitting on top of everything else that I have. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person I record, and it's like um, I'm so passionate about my work. I just don't like to have put it out. You see what I'm saying? So
I
what
get
I
that
do, what ends up
100%.
happening is I have this compound of music for years that I'm just sitting and I'm huddled over, and I just don't want to let it go until I have the proper backing to put it out. You know what I mean? Because I
I
put
do.
so much work into that and passion into it. I don't like to have do it. You know what I mean? So,
Yes.
but what I had to realize too on the other side is, sometimes some music you make and some content you make, you got to sacrifice it to position yourself to get the monetary backing that you need. You know what I
True.
mean?
Yes.
So, um, it's just work, just work. I mean, I work all the time. And I mean, as far as the visual side of things, it's just, that's what I love to do, Val. That's where I'm at now. And this new project I'm working on, recently, probably about 6 months ago, it was another opportunity that came to me, that was presented to me because of that past project.
Right.
There were some people in New York, they had seen the work and they wanted to see something that was more movie based versus music.
Right.
So they, pitched the idea to me, but I was telling them I wasn't really interested in trying to, do the typical movie that everybody wants to do about the drugs. I mean, everybody
Of
done that.
course
I
not.
mean, that's the first thing everybody want to do when they get a budget, to shoot movies and stuff like that. I'm just, I'm about doing something different. And
That's not
when
even
they
your
brought it to,
character.
yeah, yes, when they brung it to me, they was I just told them I wasn't really interested in going that direction. So I prayed about it and just asked Yahweh to kind of give me some type of insight if it was for me to do it. And he gave me this idea, and boom, 6 months ago, it's called Dirty Water, and we made the movie trailer. I'm writing it, and we done the movie trailer. So I just been kind of holding that until I finish my album. I'm working on a new album. It's titled 20 Years Later. And I just
Yes.
want to present both of those as a package together. You know what I mean? So that's where we at right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
how nice is that?
yeah,
Because I was
yeah.
just about to say, if you didn't say that you were going to package it, the way you just did. I was going to say, Demetrius, if you don't go ahead and release that music, because sometimes we are our own worst critics, and we'll hold on to something because it's not just as we imagine it to be, and it's already fabulous. And
Mm-hmm.
if it's already fabulous and we're sitting on it, somebody is missing out on all of what you have to offer.
That's right. That's right.
I'm just
That's right.
saying, we can't sit on it sometimes because it's imperative that we go
That's
ahead
right.
and release it. You can always
That's
go
right.
back and fluff
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, as far as the R&B love story, I mean, it's just one of those things. I be so busy, just I'm so focused on working on this project. You know what I mean? I
Uh,
keep on saying I'm gonna release it. I've been saying it for the past 6 months because it's just been sitting for 4 years now. It's 2018. I shot that in 2014. Nobody's never seen it. Only thing they ever seen was the trailers. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
oh my God.
people call me like, dude, what are you gonna do with that? I was just like, well, of course it was of course, it was content in there that I didn't have the rights to use. Like it got Rolls Royce in there. I used some of Rolls Royce music. I used
I get that.
a piece of Al Green music at the beginning of the movie trailer. But I mean,
Uh-huh.
just for promo purposes, it doesn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I can
Exactly.
do no financially gain off of it. But it's good to position me and show my potential to to that industry, to the movie industry, just to let them know. But you know what I mean. But this dirty water thing, now this is serious. That's serious. I really put my,
I can't wait
put
to
my
see
all
it
into that.
because that's a whole
Yeah,
different thing
yeah,
for you. Yeah.
yeah. It is. It
And
is. It is, and it takes a
I don't
lot of
know,
time.
it could catapult you to something that is completely unexpected. And usually that is
Yeah,
what happens when
that's
you
right.
hold on to something and
That's
it's that passionate to you and you've been led to do it and it's not even something that you were
mm-hmm.
expecting in a sense to unfold when
That's
you
right.
made the attempt to do it in the first place. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty grand. And
Yeah.
I did make a request, last week, if once you come on, the least you could do is give us a little snip of something, before we leave today.
Yeah, of
Um,
course. I mean, I got music here that I can play. It was a little incident that happened. I think you saw my post. About I
mm-hmm.
was trying to just educate people on making sure their music is copywritten. But
Yeah,
it was I have some
copycat.
songs. I have some older songs, some stuff that's been said people probably never heard that I can play. I'll play a song or two for them just to give them a feel. Let them know what's what. That it's
Yeah,
serious. We're serious about this
I can
music and stuff.
imagine it is. I mean, I've known you all of your life, and I've
Yeah.
seen such a transformation over the
Hmm.
years. So
Yeah.
for you to put out an album to say 20 years later, that's pretty darn
Yes.
fabulous. I can't wait
Yeah.
because you've always had very unique lyrics and a sound that wasn't like everybody else's. And that was
Right.
something that I appreciated about
Yeah.
you. For you to have
Yeah.
something you wrote 20 years ago and it be relevant today, that really says a
Yes.
lot about your writing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The project, the title has a significant meaning behind it. I mean, not just music related. It's just like, um, 20 years ago when when I was the youngest in the group, I was a preteen, teenager. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
this was new to me, and it was a lot of things that happened 20 years ago that kind of prepped me for now, and it's a lot of and a lot of this music that people are gonna hear on this new album, it's almost from 20 years ago. It's every bit of 15 years ago it was recorded or earlier. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So what I done was I went back and I drafted those records and I just touched them up and revised them and picked some of my favorite ones from back then. But it's probably 75% of the record is those songs from that era that I done, but it's probably 30%. It's probably like 30% of it is new records that I done. You know what I mean? The first single would be it's titled Nobody's Gotta Know. That's a new record that I actually recorded. I recorded
Hmm.
that last year, so that's gonna be the first single, and then it's another one on there titled Tina. I'm sure you don't.
Oh,
I'm
I kind
sure
of
you
know
don't.
Tina. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't, and that was a favorite. That was one of my favorites through the years. I never done nothing with it. That was another one of those songs that just set that I
I
was
love
always
it.
it's like a prized possession. But went back, revised them, touched them up. But it's gonna be a solid project. I mean, I'm happy. I'm proud of it, and I just hope everybody like it. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, you
working
know
hard.
what? I
Yeah.
don't see where anybody wouldn't like it because that's what music is. It's going to speak to the soul of somebody
Right.
at some level. And I love when you add a twist to things. And we have old school like videos and things like that. Yours is more live, it's more action
Right.
represented. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I
Oh
and I
yeah.
know Michael Jackson was the first to come out with, the video and all of that stuff. So
Yeah.
what you're doing is taking it to a completely different level.
Yeah. 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 I mean, that's what
It's
I'm
something to
aiming
look
to
forward
do.
to.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming to do. It's like basically, you know what I mean? The formula is like to give a high quantity, good quality, high quantity body of work, you
Yes.
know what I'm saying, at a cheaper price, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because you got to think about your competitors out here. It's like when I first did the R&B love story, it was a couple of people that I sat down with that was willing, that was trying to, negotiate a situation to come in and financially back it. And they was
Right.
just like, I don't understand, why are you willing to give all of this for this little amount of money? And I was like, because, you know what I mean, I got so much work, I can do that. And I said, furthermore, if you want to beat your competitor, the what you do. the
Yes.
more the more you give them the high quantity, I mean, why wouldn't I do that? You know
It
what I
makes you
mean? It
more
was just,
valuable. Yes.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, I'm gonna spend my money, and I'm gonna get quality, of course. I'm gonna spend my money on this if I'm gonna get five compared to that one for that price that you charging me for one, if especially if it's quality, you know what I mean? So he didn't understand the logic of that, and he was just like, I don't get that. And they wanted me to do it their way. And I told him, I said, well, I tell you what, sir, I said, I'll be willing to do it your way. If you are you looking for a return on your investment? He was like, of course not. I said, well, I,
Exactly.
respectfully decline. You know what I mean? I said, just like what you saw that got me in front of y'all, they other people too. I said, that just lets me know I respect y'all as business and the successful business individuals
Right.
in y'all's field, but I know the plan that Yahweh gave me, and I think I'll stick to it, and I'll work until I get there or get with the right people. A lot of people don't understand. The thing about it is, it's not about just connecting with anybody that offers you an opportunity. Y'all got to be equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? If you're not
Exactly.
equally yoked, it's not
Yes.
going nowhere. That's just like if you got a team, if all your team members aren't you know what I mean? They're not contributing the same percentage of work or work ethic, then that's not a team. You see what I'm
It's not.
saying? So
It's
you
not
might as well
balanced.
move on your own. That's what I do. I move on my own frequency. I got guys that I'm associated with that, I mean, I'm not saying they're not on my team, but
Right.
this thing is on my back. You see what I'm saying? Because nobody's work ethic that I was working with is like mine. You know what I mean? So
Thank you.
therefore, that's
Thank
why I
you.
just tune in and zone in and focus on me. You know what I mean? The attorney was, when I was working with other people the past 3 years, I spent investing my money in other artists and doing features with them and kind of trying to build a company collage. You notice, I mean, I really
True.
hadn't been promoting my company or none of that stuff like that, because it's just been, the whole thing is just being reconstructed and revamped right now, because he called me and he was like, what you need to do, he said, I commend you on doing all of that, but all this money that you spent in them, I understand the logic. You trying to build the company's collage so that way you can get the backing enough of that already. He was
Right.
just like, spending all this money, you're doing this, you're doing that. Say, what you need to do is focus on the foundation of the situation, which is you. You're 100% vested in that, and you are the foundation. So that way they'll know, okay, they know and see that you can produce and develop artists and all that stuff like that. But what's gonna happen is you setting these artists up, and I can appreciate you having a good heart and not having paperwork with them, but you're actually setting them up, and you can't blame them if somebody else come along and offer them a deal. Put yourself in their shoes. Do you think their loyalty gonna stay with you
Absolutely not.
versus them turning that down and going with somebody that's willing to give them a deal and put them on. He said, that's all I'm saying. Not saying that they would do that. He said, but 9 times out of 10, they would. He said, just focus on you, get the album done, and then we can move, you know, that we can make the moves that you really want. You got enough for your company collide. So, you know, like I said, I just really hadn't been promoting the company as a whole. I just been kind
Right.
of, you know what I mean, behind off the radar, just recording and then kind of dabbling in that little. It was other music that I had sitting around that I just threw out there in the little in the Southern Soul market just to see what's going on. But I really don't talk a lot on that side about what I got, what I'm really working on, because I'm not the type of
Please
person.
don't. Do
No, I
not.
don't. I mean, I'm not a boaster or bragger or no, you know, name dropper or none of that stuff
Right.
like that. That's corny to me. I don't do that. You know what I mean? I'm sharing it now because I'm on your show and you family,
Right.
and you know, I'm gonna talk about it anywhere. I'm gonna talk about it here. You know what I mean? So just to let you know, to make awareness. That's basically what I'm trying to do
That's what
right
it
now.
is all about because you can't say too much too often. That's why, when I read your post this morning about the whole copycat situation, I had to lean back a little bit because to me, I call them secret shadows. And the
Yeah,
secret shadows are the people that are the closest to you that are interested, not because they're supporting you, because they're wanting to take something from you and
yeah,
include it for themselves. And the more
exactly.
and more that I see that, because it used to get up under my skin. So now, I finally had to sit back and look at it for what it is. Like, most people say, well, you should be flattered that they're copying what you do or what you say. I don't find
Right,
that flattering. In all
right.
honesty, I don't. I feel like if you're not tapping into your own creativity, you're not being authentic to yourself. And once you go back and discover who you are, then you can roll into you and
I'm gonna
stop,
give you
taking from somebody else. It's just unethical. Don't do that. And it's more people
exactly.
than not doing it.
It's. I mean, I'm gonna use this analogy. It's just like from a guy's perspective, to me, I'm gonna tell you what that's like. I mean, with me, I mean, I have my integrity first off, and I'm the type of
Exactly.
person I believe in my artistry and the gift that Yahweh gave me. So you know what I mean. For me to go and copy somebody, I can't even fathom that
No.
even doing that because I take too much pride in belief, you know, and have so much belief in what he gave me. You know what
Thank
I
you.
mean? I can equally do that. I can listen to something and love it. I mean, it's mad artists out here that I love. I listen to their stuff. I love it. You know what I'm saying? When I
Yeah.
do listen to other artists, but I don't love
Yes.
them to the point that I like them enough to copy anything they do.
No.
But now I would say this: I do have records that I might have went back, me and the producer that was working on, we might have thrown something from the past. Now, if it's something from the past and I'm just paying homage to somebody like a Jodeci or let's say Bobby Womack or Al Green, now that's different. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? I'm
Yes.
talking
I
about
love that. How you did
yeah,
that. And it was an obvious.
artists, right, artists that's out right now. Like,
Right.
you know, I mean, I'm not impressed to the point to where I feel like, you know, I'm thirsty, so thirsty, or I hear something I wish I had it that I'm gonna copy them or mimic. No, I would never do that. You know what I mean? What I'm gonna do,
You
I'm gonna let
know
that
what?
inspire me to go in. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let that inspire me to go in the studio and make something just as hot and work just as hard. You see what I'm saying? And be like, man, that
Absolutely. It
record is
keeps
so dope.
coming because you're in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing and the purpose of doing it. That
That's
is
right.
what they're failing to realize. But have at it. Knock yourself out. Please do. Go ahead and do what you feel is necessary to do. Because, as I prayed about that thing, I mean, I was huffing and puffing. And you may have seen quite a few posts. I said it as delicate as I could. If you go back on the timeline somewhere early December, early to mid December, I did say something along that same thing. However,
Right.
God kindly let me say, you know what? You're basically being obedient to what I said for you to do. You're
That's right.
authentic and true to self because you're doing what I said for you to do. And as long as
That's
they are copying you, biting you, being a secret shadow to you, then they're
that's right.
following me. So as long as
Right.
you're doing what you're doing, they're copying you, then they're following you to get to
Right.
me. So in
Exactly.
essence, look at it this way, Demetrius. As long as they're doing that, I may say Big Brother, I may say God, Jehovah, whatever. You say Yahweh. It's all one and the same. But
That's right.
whenever they're doing that, you're just leading them right back to the Maker.
That's right.
You're leading
That's
them
right.
right back to Him. So go
That's
ahead,
right.
knock yourself out. I applaud you for being bold enough to try and
Right.
copy me. Take my words, take your lyrics, those types
Right.
of things. So I smile now and just and I pop these little eyes out, Demetrius. I'll just pop eyes out so they know, oh, I see you. I'm just not gonna say anything, but I see you.
That's right. That's right.
It's
That's
that kind
right.
of
I mean, it's no greater joy than achieving something that others don't want to see you achieve, or they thought
true.
you wouldn't achieve, or they think that you don't have the ability to achieve. I don't even think it's that they think that you don't have the ability to achieve. They just so close to you and know you, they feel like, well, it ain't never happened for me. Why? I mean, what makes them think it's gonna happen for him? You know,
Exactly.
and that's I mean, that's the typical mindset quietly, you know what I'm saying, that people have. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? But it's okay though. I love it. It drives me. You know what I'm saying?
It
I mean,
does.
I'm over here in my own space. I work, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my own frequency. I don't need no audience to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? And
No.
I thank Yahweh for just being self-driven. I mean, without that you
Beautiful.
don't have nothing. If it takes a gang of people to drive you or to, you know what I'm saying, get you up and going, then you're not ready. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be, when you self-driven, you on it. You done tapped into that thing. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So
Because you're
once you
hungry
got that,
for it. You're
yeah,
excited
everybody else,
about it.
yeah,
And you don't mind
everybody else
staying
gonna
up
come.
all night to achieve what you need to achieve. That's when you know you're
Mhm.
doing what you're supposed to be doing. And if
Right.
anybody watching isn't doing that thing that you know you were born to do, you're doing yourself and the world a disservice. You have to really accept that in order to be authentic. And is it scary? Absolutely. Is it nerve-wracking? You don't know what's going to happen? No, you don't. But like that quote I just read at the top of this hour by Dr. Martin Luther King, take the first step. You don't need to know where the staircase is going. Just take that first step and you'll be led every other step of the way. I'm a firm
That's right.
believer in it, and sitting here because
Oh
of
yeah.
that today, you
That's
have to
right.
believe beyond your believing and knowing that what God has given you and placed in your heart is for you and for you alone. It's going to be a lot of
Exactly.
similarities, and all of us are going to have thoughts of things that could be similar to one another. But at the same time, what He's given you is strictly for you, and you have a responsibility to share that with this world.
Exactly.
So be that
Right. Right.
sparrow and do that.
Right. Right. And don't, the thing about it is, don't let somebody else's opinion or perception about what you're doing, determine your, how ambition you're gonna be about,
Yeah.
ambitious you're gonna be about going after what it is you believe. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, my thing is this, people gonna believe or perceive your energy, the energy you put out in your work ethic. That says everything. That
It
means, that says
does.
everything.
It
You know what
does.
I'm saying? It's like, don't worry about what people gonna think, because what, if you hung up on that, then you stuck and you're not ready. You know what I'm saying? So like I said,
Hashtag
once you
who
get that,
cares, Demetrius? Who cares?
I don't. I
I don't
definitely
either.
don't. I don't need nobody to validate me. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So once you get to that point, that's not being arrogant. That's just one of those things of just understanding everybody's gonna have
Oh
their
yeah.
own opinion about what you do. I mean, I understand everything that I do a touch. It's always gonna be people that don't like it, just as well as the people, they're
It's
gonna be people
okay.
that
You're
does like it.
entitled.
Exactly. Right.
You're
That's
entitled.
opinion. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, respectfully. But I'm
Yes.
just, have grown to learn. If you worry about what people gonna think or gonna say, that's gonna hold you back.
You better
I'm telling
believe
you,
it.
that's gonna hold you back, because you investing too much time in worrying about how they gonna perceive it, and you're not putting your all in it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, once you grasp that, and you self-driven, and
Oh
that's
my
all
God.
you're gonna need. You know what I'm saying? And you could be
Yes.
unstoppable. You know what I mean? I have a passion. I believe. You know what I'm saying? And he gave it to me. He told me, don't worry about who don't understand it. Just walk in it and do as I told you to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't
It
worry
is.
about who don't understand it. It's not for them to understand. It's for
No.
you to execute, and they'll understand and see. You know what I mean? In the ending progress, in the ending, the conclusion of everything or whatever. So
That is
I'm great.
100% fact. And when you
Yeah.
say that, you know, there are times when you have to be quiet. You have to be silent in spaces for the simple
Yes.
fact there are people who does not believe in you. They don't care. They're not supportive at all.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of pretense when it comes to
Yes.
that. So just being mindful of it, just be
Hmm.
quiet sometimes and show when
Exactly.
it's done. Present it.
Period. Exactly. That's all
That's
you
what
gotta
you do.
do.
Show them what you've done.
Yeah. I mean, I made a post last week where mom used to always tell me, like, you don't have to go in the room and make your prayer. I mean, if you got to go in the room and yell and do whatever it takes to be seen or to be noticed, you're in the room. You haven't arrived. You still
No,
not. You know what I'm saying? You haven't conformed into what it is you're trying to be. Don't do that. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? You don't have to do that. Just let your work speak for you. You know what
It
I'm saying? If you
does.
put the if you
It
sincerely
does.
put, sincerely contribute what it is, what's required to your dream or your passion, it's gonna pan out for you, and it's gonna pan out and work for you. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I mean, I
It's
live by
evident.
that logic. Yeah, yeah. Just stay humble. It's all about being humble. I mean, I try to be a humble person. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, some people
You
might
just
call it
are.
meek, but I'm not meek by far. But you know what I mean? I'm just try to be humble and stay humble because same thing I'm doing. A lot of other people can do. It's just that I feel like, you know what I mean. I got that drive. I just got that relentless drive that you just gotta have to make it. And I just feel like, it's out there to be gotten,
Well,
and I'm gonna do it. You know?
go get it. Go
Yeah,
get it. And it's
yeah,
only you can. And if you're not
yeah.
driven, if you're not determined, if you're not focused, if you cannot see the vision, then what is the point? You can't
That's
be
right.
passionate about something and not display those characteristics. It's not even
That's right.
feasible to
Yeah,
do. So, in
yeah.
a humble space, yes, that's paying homage to where everything comes from. You know who
Hmm.
your maker is, you know where
That's
that
right.
gift came from. So, to
That's right.
be, aligned with it and evolve to the point to where you know what you are in a humble space and you're
Hmm.
very determined to say, this is what I'm going to do. No, I'm not going to do that. I
Yes.
understand. I respectfully decline. When you can say those things, that means you have arrived. Whereas you were
That's,
saying others have not because they
yes.
need to be in front of the camera. They need to be showboating. It needs to be a spotlight situation all the time. However, the
Yeah.
person that has a genuine love for what they do, they sit in the back and watch.
That's
We
right.
strategize. It's all about strategy here.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that,
That's right.
you know?
That's right.
And then when you can actually hear because you're not forefronting with everything else, guess what? You get specific instructions. And when you can follow those instructions, that's how you arrive.
That's
That's
right.
it.
That's right.
That is
That's
it.
exactly. That's
Wow.
exactly right. Mhm.
Uh-huh. And so I'm going to ask you to share this live. There's so many people can take away some nuggets from this conversation. If you have not shared yet, please do so. On top of that, welcome everybody that has come into the room, every single sparrow. I thank you for taking time for coming in, spending some time with Demetriuz and myself this evening because it is juicy and it's all the way live in here, all the way fabulous on top. So we're going to continue conversation. Keep popping in your questions, your kudos, whatever you want to place over in the comments. We'll get to those as soon as we possibly can. But right now it's so juicy. We have to continue on. So, Demetrius, as
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
saying,
Okay, let's talk.
I know how tough it is to work a full-time job and have
Right.
that fire just burning inside. You know
Right.
what you're supposed to be doing. So you can
That's right.
work all
Yeah.
day long, come
Hmm.
home, and then you put
Yeah.
on that other hat. Put on that other
That's right.
hat of passion, that hat of love, that hat of doing what I sincerely must do. The thing that
That's right.
get me out of the bed in the morning, that thing that keeps me up all night long.
Hmm.
However, How does it feel for you now? Because I know how it is to do it all day, come home and then put on part two, and then you're dragging, but you still have that love, right?
Yeah,
How
exactly,
are you
Val.
maintaining that? Because you're still working full time. You haven't taken that
Yes,
leap just yet. But you know it's 2019, it's a
exactly,
new year, new day.
exactly,
We had a full
exactly.
blood moon last night. So I'm just saying, things are shifting in the atmosphere,
It is, it is, it
you
is,
know?
and it's time. Um, well, I'm gonna say it is very difficult. I'm not gonna sit here in front like it's not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, cause I'm a realist. You know,
Yeah.
see, here's the thing. I could do other things or be crazy, quit my job or and just what I mean, lose everything I got. Nah, I can't
No,
do that. Sometimes you got to be
no.
smart. Here's the
Yeah.
thing: a man without a plan, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have a plan, you're gonna perish. Understand what I'm saying?
You can
Like I've
perish
been
with
working
a
on things.
plan. I'm just saying. Yeah, but
That's true, true, true. And you know what I'm saying? I thought I had the plan, which I'm not gonna say I thought I had the plan, but the thing was, my good heart, I was all over the place. That's why, when the attorney told me that, and I was just like, you know what, man,
right.
it's done been too many years passed by, and I'm doing the same thing. But I'm self-funded. Everything that everybody will see from me, I'm self-funded. Don't nobody on the outside give me nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So in
Right.
order for me to do that, I have a daughter in college. I have a
Yes.
place to maintain. I have a mom that I help take care of. All
Yes.
these things going on. Then I
Yes.
have to fund my thing. You know what I'm saying? So right now, and
Major.
I won't sit here in front. I got a decent job. It's a great job. But do I like it? No, I hate it because this is where my passion is. But I understand too, you know what I'm saying, in reality that I got to do what I got to do to get me through to what it is that I'm working on. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And I got a plan, and it's just this year around, this time around, I've definitely made it a priority to do what it is that I need to do to get free of that. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
so-called American
I
dream
do.
and working that circle because you know what? I can always go get a job, people would think a better job, but at the same time, I'm still not going to be happy. You know why? Because that's not my passion and I'm not walking in my purpose.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And when you
I
know
do.
that, so instead of me doing that, I'm trying to ride it out because I'm on the verge of doing everything that I need to do to get what it is that I've worked so long to get. You know what I mean? The resources are in place. It's just
Right.
everything is just predicated upon me finishing things and presenting it. Yes, it takes a lot of sacrifice. I go in, I might work some days I work 14 14 hours
Wow.
sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because my job kind of demanded the job that the company that I work for.
Yes.
So, with that being said, though, I still have to come in here when I don't feel like it because this is where my passion is. This is first. This passion overrides that which I despise, but I do what I got to do to get through because I'm just the type of person, you know what I'm saying? I just believe.
It is so easy
That's right.
to,
You
like,
believe.
once you put it out there like that,
That's
then
right.
you have to absorb it in. And it
It,
takes planning. It takes planning and planning
everything.
and 20
Right.
times planning to
Right.
do.
And in order for you to execute it, you got to have the funds to execute it. So the plan is in
That's right.
place, but it is tough, and it's sacrifice. Sometimes I come in here and I might stay up to 3, 4 in the morning. I got to be at work in the morning. It's 7 o'clock. I might
I get it.
go and sometimes I don't have but an hour worth of rest. You know what I'm saying? And that might go like that the whole week. And by the time the week is out, I'm just on crash. You know what I mean? So, but I do what I have to do. You know what I mean? Because I see the
Yes.
bigger picture and I see the
Yes.
reward at the end. And that's it's the picture done got so vividly clear to it's like I see it, I just can't touch it yet. The reason I can't touch it is because I gotta finish what it is that I'm doing here. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing. Things are
Yeah.
aligning. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? Things are aligning and the right resources are coming into place. But
Mm-hmm.
I had to do in order for those resources and things to align, I had to trim off that excess fat, all the dead weight, all the people that was around me that
Oh my
wasn't
gosh.
doing what
Yes.
I was supposed to do because a lot of times I was telling somebody it ain't the things people see you doing that's gonna make the difference. It's the things that they don't see you doing. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Those
Right.
are the things that's gonna make the difference. You see what I'm
Ah,
saying? So, with that being the case, that's just where we at, and that's the plan for 2019 is to get this bag. Once I get this bag, then I can say adios to that. You know what I'm saying? Which, everything is coming together, Val. It's a blessing. I mean,
I know it
it's
is.
coming
I just
together.
wanted
The
to light a
right
little
resources
fire
are in
up
place.
under you. I just
Yeah.
wanted to just put just a little bit of heat.
Oh
Just
yeah,
a little
you
bit.
and you should always. I mean, you always have. I mean, that's what family's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're, we're kin, we're first cousins. So you know what I mean. And I can appreciate you always have done that from me being a youngster until you never told me what I wanted to hear. You always gave me the facts and what was real, and I respect you and love you for that. You know what I'm saying? And don't never stop
Yeah.
that. And anybody that's a real friend to me, that's the same. That's what I expect from them because, you know what I mean? If you really love somebody, you're going to give them the real, whether it hurts or not. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it, you know?
Anytime. I mean, I love you that much to tell you that way
Yeah.
because there's so many people that are in the industry, whether it's entertainment
Hmm.
or not, they have people surrounding them that does not speak the truth, which means you're
Yeah.
not looking out
Yeah.
for my best interest. So yeah, I'll look out for your best
That's right.
interest because I see how amazing you are, not just as a cousin and your character, but as an artist. So
Right.
to see that, I'd rather you take your time and get there with some dignity, have your integrity in place, and do
That's
it
right.
properly with
Hmm.
the truth versus having somebody who's like a yes man or woman and just say,
Yeah.
well, hey, do this, do that, who don't have any
That's
direction for you or don't have any sincere care. That's
that's
why I
right.
say that. Timing is everything. And as long as you have a
It is.
plan and you unveil some things that's going to go ahead and substantiate so you can grow where you're planted even that much
Hmm.
more and flourish that much more beautifully, that's how you get where you're going and just
That's
become
right.
that overnight thing. Even though most people will say you're overnight, you've been doing this for over 20 years.
Yeah, a
You know,
long time. Yeah,
they
I was a
just didn't
kid when
know
I
it.
started doing this. Yeah, I mean, son would say, my daughter say, Dad, you old now. You need to stop. That's what show me. Yeah, I'd be like, are you serious right now? But it's all good. Yeah, I've been doing this a super long time. You know what I'm saying? And that right
Yeah,
there defines the passion that resides within me. You know what I
it
mean? And I
does.
just feel like it's an unfinished book or unfinished story that I have to see through. I have no other choice. You know what I'm saying? The passion and the fire that burns inside of me, it just won't let me. I've tried to
Right.
walk away from it, leave it alone, but it's just like the
You
passion
can't.
is just, it's a part of my DNA. I can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
can't. And then, the other thing that drives me, like I said, I know it's a lot of people too that, me being the person that I am and being the humble person and just trying to do things my way and the right way, it caused a
Right.
rift between us. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they don't want to see it happen. And that drives me alone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That drives me like no other. And it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? I love it. I love the challenge. I just love everything about music and life, and I just like to, just like I said, create compositions that feeds people's soul and speak to a space that they're in, because you never know. Somebody might hear a song that get them through something that they're going through or anything.
Absolutely.
Just like your book. I mean, it's so relatable in so many different areas, even though you're a female, but it just speaks to the same thing. You just turn it around. You know what I mean? Different situations that people goes through, from your the author side of what you do. So, it's pretty cool, Val. I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yay. Thank you. Because it is. It's deep that way. And most people think, how I became fabulous, and a lady all the time. Most guys think it's a book written for women, but it's not. It's written for everybody.
It
And I
is.
became fabulous not because of glitz glam or something fashionable or being in the limelight. I'm an introvert. I like to stay behind the curtains. I don't like to be out front and showboating. That's not who I am. I'll
Right,
never
right.
want to be that person. However, having to have a voice to speak for those people who may not have a voice to stand up for themselves. That's the very reason I do what
Right.
I do, and look at this as what I do as a gift back to community. This is how I give back,
Hmm.
to be able to say, hey, here I am, whatever you need, you know, I got you. I understand that, been there, done it. Let me tell you what happened. So it's a story for every situation. So
It is.
fabulous to me isn't that glam. It's I became fabulous through Christ and
That's
having to know that I had a very personal relationship with God to get me through what I was
hmm
going through. And between
right.
that and music, and then really having to rediscover myself after loss. I mean, losing children, my gosh, not one, two, but
hmm
three kids. I mean, that
hmm
changes the trajectory of your life all within
That's
itself.
right.
However, it can also make you or break you. And I refuse to
That's
be broken in that way. However, you turn it around to a positive to be able to help other people that are going through the same things. And not just that, it's in relationships, it'll affect my career and the focus that I was going in. So with
hmm
all of those things, the very reason I do what I do right now,
right.
because of that experience. It can be tragedy can be turned into a triumph if you
Right.
allow God to lead you through it.
hmm
You can't stop in the midst of it. Keep
Right.
going.
That's
Have
right.
some
I agree.
determination.
I
So,
agree.
with that, that's the ultimate truth. And my words as an author is no different than your words as a songwriter.
That's right. That's right.
It's emotions.
It is. It is. It's everything. I mean the lyrics. It's everything, Val.
Yeah.
It's everything to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can have a horrible day, or I can, have a dispute with, a friend or something, or just,
Yeah.
just the common issues in life. I mean, I come here to my little palace or my studio or whatever, and I start rocking out. I'm good. It's just like
Yes.
phew, all that goes away. You know what I'm saying? So it's
It
like I
does.
said, it's so therapeutic to me, and just in the midst of me making it, just knowing that it's gonna be somebody else that can relate to that. It's just everything to me. You know what I'm saying? So I
I
mean,
agree.
I love it. I do.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Because what you're feeling, somebody else is feeling. So for you
Oh yeah,
to
definitely.
transfer your emotions to song, to melodies, to
Hmm.
you put it out into the universe. And then when you
All right.
record it and then you share it with everybody, you're healing hearts. You heal hearts
That's right.
like that. Every time you read something that touches you, resonates with you, heal hearts. And
That's
that's
right.
how you have to look at that. And I'm grateful to have that ability of writing. Who knew as a kid, writing all of my thoughts down into a journal would turn into this? I threatened to be an author. Who knew I'd actually be doing it? Who knew I'd actually be sitting where I am? Who knew I'd actually be, having podcasts and things like that? We don't know what tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
brings. However, we have to step into today, be present
Yes.
in order to step into tomorrow when that time comes, because somebody somewhere is waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
I
They
mean,
definitely are.
yeah. So I say continue doing what you're doing.
That's
Bless
right.
every person that you cross paths with, because a simple word or just acknowledgement can change lives,
It can. It
you
can,
know?
Val.
And that's
Very
what
much
music
so.
does. That's what writing does. That just being thoughtful and a kind gesture goes a very long way. And
It
so, honey, we can go all night.
Yeah, we could. We could, Val. We could. We could.
I'm just grateful you're here.
I'm
I
grateful to
am.
be here. I'm grateful to be here, Val. I mean, like I said, I appreciate you allowing me, sharing
Yeah.
your platform with me to, what I mean, to share my journey and my passion with people. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope that if there's anybody out there listening that has a vision or dream or something they believe in, I encourage them to pursue it, execute it. Like you said, step out on faith and go do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't worry about the odds that seems to exist that's against you, because that's just the devil just trying to keep you, you know what I mean? He's trying to
Doing
keep
what
you
he
in
do
this space.
best.
Exactly, exactly. You just gotta walk in it and don't worry about, how many. Don't let the people that's the doubters, or the number of people that you feel like believe in you, determine whether you're gonna step out on faith and take that leap of faith to attempt to do what it is that you believe. If you truly believe it, just go for it. I mean, and I
Yeah.
would encourage anybody to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
I
agree.
mean,
Do that, because once you take a chance on yourself, you're
mhm,
now making yourself open and susceptible to being led to a place you've never been.
that's right.
So when you go somewhere you've never been, now you're on a higher ground to really be someone significant to do what you know you were born to do. I
That's
can't
right.
say it enough.
That's
Step
right.
out
That's
and
right.
be you. That's what I do. If you need help, call a girl. I will give you some truth serum like nobody's business, because what I do, my job is people and making sure that I introduce you to yourself.
That's right.
And
That's right.
that's what the truth is. And when you meet you,
And she,
then you can't help but be
mhm,
excited.
exactly, exactly. I mean, it's no way but up from here. You know what I'm saying? Like you told me just a while
Exactly.
ago, can't perish with a plan. You know what I mean? But you gotta be prepared to make the adjustments if things
Yeah.
don't go as
Yeah.
planned. You know what I mean? Just
Yes.
don't, you know what I mean? Don't give up, because like I said, through this journey that on this journey that I've been on, oh my God, it's been so many setbacks. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
and the typical
don't
person
mention
to
it.
quit. What, Val? It's
They
some been so
continue.
so so many setbacks. You know what I mean? You've been so
They
close, it
continue.
seems. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So close, you know what I mean? So, like I said, but this time around it's gonna be right. And like I said, my whole purpose behind doing what I do, to be honest with you, it's really to put myself in a position to be an advocate to help other people that's like me, because I done been doing it so long. So I know what it feel like to not to feel like you'll never get your opportunity,
Right.
to feel like that. You know what I mean? To feel like you'll never get your opportunity, or you'll never be, what I mean, connected to somebody that can present an opportunity to you.
Uh-huh.
Because if people, everybody know me, I'm more of kind of a shy person. I'm cool with the background, but Yahweh blessed me to be able to do what I do, and I don't feel like he blessed, certain things he bless you with. He bless you with to position yourself, and what it is right
Yeah.
now, I'm just working to get in a position so I could be an advocate, and my brand to be a platform that really helps people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Yes.
people that really deserve it. You can't help everybody, or but I just want to be an entity that does my part, of giving
True.
back and helping people. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
you
and,
actually are. You really
and
are. I mean, you do
right,
things in the community, you do your part. And you're right. There are times, being an introvert, you have to step out in that spotlight when the perfect time presents itself. Because
right,
it's very strategic. It doesn't have to be an everyday
mm,
occurrence. But when it happens, it's profound. You are
that's
leaving
right,
your mark where you need to leave your mark, and you're being an extrovert when you have to. You turn it
right,
on when you
right,
have to. But we're
exactly,
cool with being at the house and nothing on, and just doing what we love, music or writing. And I used to say, if I could do that all day, I am living. Guess what? I'm living in freedom every day
right,
doing that and building. And it's not easy. No, no, no. You can have all the plans in the world and still get those setbacks. You can have
oh
all
yeah,
the money in the
definitely,
world, still plow through it. But when you
right,
can put yourself and you're in that position, that's when the truth arises.
that's
Do
right,
I
and
have what it
understand,
takes to continue? Yeah.
right,
Am I
and
going to go
understand,
back and get a job? Mm-mm.
hmm
Mm-mm.
and
Not an option. And
and
one
right,
thing I'll say to you that your brother said to me years ago, as a matter of fact, a couple of people, Terrence Young and Calvin Richardson told me this. I was threatening to do this years ago, before this book even
Hmm.
finished.
That's
And
right.
both of them said the same thing. Both of them are in entertainment. Both of them work for themselves. And they said, Val, when you decide to do it, because you're on the cusp, and I was threatening hard.
That's
They
right.
said the timing is everything. I'll
It is.
know when Big Brother tell me to do it, I'll do it.
Mhm.
Both
That's
of them
right.
said, when that time comes, there is no plan B.
Hmm.
When
It's
you do
not.
it, you do it. There is no
That's right.
stop. There is no backup. There's no left or right. It's only forward. And you
That's
take
right.
everything that comes with it, no matter what it looks like, no matter how low you have to go to fall, you stand back up. You face forward. Both of them said that.
Yeah,
And I
fully
thought that was
committed.
so profound.
Exactly. Fully committed. It's no turning
Yeah,
back. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
none.
it's not even another option. You know what I'm
No,
saying? You gotta have that mindset. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
You gotta believe beyond the impossible sometimes. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh,
Like I said, I walk by faith, not sight. You gotta do
honey.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, you know.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited for you. So now I can
Yeah,
sit back
it's gonna be a
and
good year.
watch. I want to watch you
Yeah,
bloom.
it's
That's what I'm doing. I'm watching each petal unfold. And with what's happening with
yeah.
you now, with all of these extra things that have um, come into your life, you're that much closer
Oh
to
yeah,
doing
definitely.
this the way you want to do it. And on top of
Definitely.
that, anything I can do to help, I got you. That's
Oh
that's
yeah,
an
I know that.
it's an
Right.
automatic.
Right. I
But
know
then at
that
the
without
same
saying.
time, you're the bomb. And I'm excited for what's happening. Just make sure you incorporate something different this year that you didn't do last year. That's just me conscious coaching you. But at the
That's
same
right.
time, incorporate something that's fearful to you, that you don't feel comfortable with. Step out of your
That's
comfort
right.
zone with that thing. Incorporate that this year, and then you'll
Hmm.
see the difference next year.
That's
That's
right.
a fact.
That's right. That's right. If you never step out your comfort zone, it's no room for growth. You know what I'm
None.
saying? It's
None.
the only way you grow. You know.
None.
I'm
Yes.
excited. I'm grateful. You know what I mean? And I'm just marking the days on the calendar. You know what I mean? So
I know
it's
you
all good.
are.
It's
I
a
know
good
you
thing.
are. I tell
It's a
you
good.
what, Sparrows, it's like 8:14, and I know you have some juicy comments out there, and hopefully we've covered a lot of things. I'm sure that a lot of what we've said has touched your heart in some way for whatever you need it for. I'm grateful you received that. I'm grateful for your presence here this evening. So what I say to you is, Demetrius and I will come on the back end and we will respond to all of these comments. That's a promise.
Definitely. That's
And
right.
because we can take that time right now and go through and respond to some of them, or you can allow us this time so Demetrius can share some of his music. I
Yeah.
think I'm rooting for the music. I'm rooting for the music
Yeah. I don't know.
because, it's
I'm gonna
great.
play. Yeah, I'm gonna play something that I feel like that's appropriate for this show. That's nice and classy. It's like a
Okay.
oldie, but a
Okay.
goodie of mine that's from the past. But like I said, I have all this music that I'm sitting on, and
Okay.
I'm gonna play this one song. I play probably two. Play two for y'all, and
Okay.
I'll play this grown. It's more of a classy, clean cut song. You know what I mean? I think it'll be very suitable for this show.
Well, thank you so much.
So this song is titled "Your Touch," and I'm just the vocalist on this. I didn't write this song. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So this song was recorded literally probably like 16 years ago.
Wow.
But I'm gonna share it with y'all though, and you probably
Perfect.
done heard it before, bad. So just let me know if it's too loud or if it's okay. You know the volume.
Okay. We're ready. Sparrows, are you ready? I know I'm ready. And Facebook, he does own the rights to this
Can you hear
music.
that?
Yes.
Is it too loud? It's okay.
It's perfect.
Okay.
kiss. Your love so rare and hard to find. And girl, I know our love will become stronger in time. I never thought I'd love again. I kept saying, don't go look for love, just let love find you. I followed my heart and it led me to a woman who loves me totally. Baby, you are for me. You make my life complete. Baby, I want to hold you close forevermore. God bless me with your love. What more could I ask for? You really know I make you smile, oh, and that makes it all worthwhile. True love is something in your eyes I see. Something in your eyes. There's something about the way you touch me. About the way that you touch me, girl. Inside, all I feel, all I feel is something in your eyes I see. There's something about the way you touch me. Just maybe when you say my name, the smile I feel inside. All I feel inside, is a way, love is so amazing. You are so amazing. Something when I touch you. It's something about when I touch you. You are so amazing. Love is so amazing. Something when I touch you. You say that something in your eyes I see. It's something in your eyes. There's something about the way you touch me. About the way you feel me when you say my name. It's love I feel inside. Something about the way I feel inside. All I feel is way. True love is something in your eyes I see. It's something about the way you inside. Make me feel inside. I feel this way. True love is something in your eyes I see.
Love, 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 love.
Thank you, Val. That's an old song. That's an old song, but it was one of those songs that got me into a lot of weddings, doing a lot of weddings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's a
Yes,
good
I
song.
do remember it. I remember that. You had that one on a cassette for me.
Yes, I did. I did. And if you got time, I'm not gonna hold the audience up that long. I'll play one more.
Yes, play another, and then I have a couple of questions before we roll out.
Okay. Okay, no problem. I'll just play a portion of this. This song here is titled Love You Better. Now, this is one of my favorites from back in the
Okay.
day. I love this song right here. This is another one. You know, I'm playing songs that's from that era of what my album is gonna be. But
Yes.
these are songs that I'm not using on the stuff. So, but just wanted to, kind of share that flavor, just so people can kind of get the gist of where I'm at and what I do with my sound and stuff like that. Now, when I drop the album, I know I'm not playing none of the new stuff because I haven't done all the legal,
That's
everything
understood.
that's on it right now. You know what I'm
It's
saying? But
understood.
nevertheless, let's get into this right here. This is titled "Love You Better."
Okay.
Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Lady, I love you better, baby.
Yeah, I like this one too.
Too loud?
Oh, I love it.
I promise you, I can love you way more better, baby. Than this pussy could ever. So mama taught me I should. She said I would treat you wonderfully good, and I do. I've patiently been waiting, baby, on the chance to make a move, baby, to holler at you, no disrespect to disrespect to. He's dropped the ball, now I'ma take it and run on up into the end zone, baby. Love your heart, boo, 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 boo. See, this kid is so uneducated when it comes to how to treat a lady. Does he have a clue? Look at the way he's treating you, but I do. I love you better, baby. I love you better, baby. Yeah, yeah. I promise you, girl. Better, baby. I should tell me I should treat you what you good. I do. I can tell that you're my happy lady. The expression on your face tells me that that's about to change, boo. You know I'm gonna replace too. If he spent this much time with you, lady, yes he did. Rolling around up in his navigator. Showing off his 22. So they think to me, check this out right here. I'm not hating, but he's a waster, baby. I just call it like I see it, lady. That's a perpetrating fool. Him and his whole crew. One more thing, just because I drive this Hummer, baby, doesn't mean your friend I can lace you. I can take care of you better than that fool could ever do. Better yet, I show you. I love you, baby. Yeah, I love you. I promise you.
All right, enough of that.
Yeah.
Thanks for allowing me to share that little with the audience, you know? So,
Yes. That was hot. You get a that was hot from me. Because you know, I'll put this, oh yeah, that's blazing, that's hot. That was definitely that. Love it. I'm just so proud of you. Love your sound. You have a ridiculously beautiful voice. And there's always one that's memorable and stands out to so many people. And that first track that you played, you actually sang that at Veronica's wedding. You sang that at Pam's wedding. So she was going nuts in the comments talking about, you sang that at my wedding. So yeah.
yeah,
So
it's an interesting story behind that song, but we won't get into that. We'll save that for the next time. The next time around with me and the writer of that song. I think that was a great song. That song got me in a lot of doors and a lot of places, you know what I mean? So and you know it got a lot of industry people interested in, you know, sitting down and talking to me and you know,
Yes.
different things. It's a good song. I think it's real nice, clean, classy song. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
And it
It is.
displays, you know, and it allows, you know, the ability to be kind of shown, you know, range wise and everything. But
You
I
got
appreciate
that.
the time, and I appreciate everybody listening. And all feedback is welcome, good and bad. So I'm not the type of person to wear my heart on my sleeve. So please leave some feedback on her live, you know, or what you think about it, or what it is y'all feel like that could be done better. I like to hear. I'm interested in hearing it all. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to take all that in and process it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
So, you know,
That's true. But like I said, those songs were older, however, still relevant.
oh
That's
yeah,
what I like about it, the longevity of it.
yeah,
So that's a kudo within itself. And yes, we do have to be receptive of feedback because that's how we
oh yeah,
grow.
definitely.
That's how we make
Yes.
changes and make things greater by
Mm-hmm.
someone being honest and sincerely speaking from their heart of something not to hurt you, but to help you.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah,
That's right.
feedback is welcome. So, just quickly though, like when
Uh-huh.
you're writing music,
Hmm.
is it more of your life? Is something that you've heard about? Where are your lyrics coming from?
The majority of my lyrics come from real life experiences, to be honest with you. Now they are songs that I do write about situations that I'm knowledgeable of. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But the majority of them are real life experiences, you know, in some type of way or another. You know what I'm saying? Things I've been through.
Right.
Um, I done been through some stuff out here, y'all. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I mean, I can write a book. I literally can. I'm serious. Like I can sit down and just talk about this journey here, if which you know the ins and outs, and you know a few more people on the line might know, but this journey of mine has been very interesting from the beginning, from the people I started with to how it all transpired, and you know people parted ways and did their own thing. It's crazy, but it's a time and a place for that story. And I'm just waiting to tell my side
Yeah.
because you know that the thing about it is people have always found a way to try to sell people this persona and their side of the story, which I never do that.
Right.
I never, you know, I've never done that. I just always speak brief on it and move on. Even with family, you know, it's been some of y'all that
Yeah.
I talked in depth about this journey, but like I said, it's you know, it's an interesting thing. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
mean, I know not to get off the topic about you know where you know where my inspiration comes to write songs, just that's kind of related to things, you know, it's just the things that I've been through in my life. I write about it, you know, like
Yeah.
next month I just we just locked in the first shoot for the promo song for that's gonna set up for the album to come. I shoot it next month, and that song is called Talked About Jesus, and it's kind of relating to all the way back to those 20 years. That's like I was saying,
Yes.
it's a significance behind that title, you know,
Yes.
and it's gonna set up how everything is gonna play out, you know, and as you see it, you know, as you see it unfolding, you'll understand, you know, people that know the journey
Absolutely.
and know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? So but you know, to get back to the point that you asked me about, yes, the majority of it is things that I've been through in my life, and you know, people that's close to me. Everything that I write about, I didn't go through. Now, you know,
Right.
but 75% of it is my own experiences. You know what I'm saying? So, you
Yes.
know,
Musical memoirs. And
yes,
look at it that way, because I did have that key word of memoirs in the advertisement for today, because
right,
that's what it is. And I want to be sure to ask you that, just to see what that percentage was, because it comes across when it's something that you've lived or experienced. It gives the
mm-hmm.
whole different type of definitive to the sounds and how you connect with that song.
Right.
So,
That's right. That's
yeah.
right, Val. It's great. It's a great thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's 8:30 on the dot, and I can
Okay.
never wrap up a show unless it's at least minimum an hour and a half long.
Okay.
And that's
Good thing.
okay. I absolutely love that. I absolutely love it. And I
I
applaud
enjoy
you
myself.
for what you're doing. I enjoyed you. And I'm sure every sparrow out there also enjoyed you. And I'm hopeful that they've shared this live. Don't be like that. Don't be stingy. Give the gift of sharing. That's the whole point of that button.
That's right,
However,
y'all. Support. That's what it's
support is
all
all
about.
about supporting. Just don't take it for yourself. Somebody somewhere needs something that was shared tonight. So give them that gift by clicking that share button. And Demetrius, I want to say thank you again. It's
Yeah,
been
thank you
more
for
than a
having me.
privilege, and it's going to be some other things as you continue to flourish and new
That's
things
right.
are coming about. We'll be talking. So,
Definitely.
no, I'll be bringing you back for some additional things, because everyone's going to be inquiring to know what's happening with you, to see that
That's right.
transition of your journey
That's
into
right.
that authentic, and that transition of when you can do this for yourself full time, and you're
That's
not,
right.
have to do so much. So we're going to
Exactly.
celebrate you along that course to
Okay,
make sure that
definitely.
you're going to get there. That's a promise.
Okay, no doubt. I'll be honored to come back to share my journey, you know, as it progress, you know,
Yeah.
and to in the direction that it's going in. it's amazing the things that's coming together and the doors that's opening up, and you know, that's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
excited.
Mhm.
Excited.
Well, I want to say hugs and smooches. Keep
All
it
right.
coming.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
y'all.
so much.
Thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you all for supporting my cousin's show. Let's just keep supporting her and sharing her, and you know, so she have the next big show on, you know, Syndicate TV and all of that stuff like that. So
That
let's
would be
just share
awesome.
everybody. And you know, I would encourage anybody out there, anybody and everybody that's listening, whatever your passion is, dive into it, walk in it, and
Do it.
just do it. Take a leap of faith. And
Yes.
I love all y'all. Thank you again, Val. It was an honor being here, and I look
Yay.
forward to doing it again.
Absolutely. So I love you. Demetrius will
Love
be
you.
talking later in the week because there's some other things I want to talk to you about. And
Definitely.
Sparrows, I thank you so much, Maria Weathers. You are so kind, and I'm glad you received some food for your soul tonight. And I'm going to give you a virtual hug. Thank you for your presence, each and every Sparrow. Love without conditions. Always possess a positive attitude and soar in all you do. And if you take nothing else away, remember the quote as we pay homage to Dr. Martin Luther King. Take that first step. You do not need to see the full staircase. Just take the first step and you'll be led to where you belong. Okay? That's just my little extra piece on the end. It's not right unless I do it. So love you, mean it. Smooches,
All right.
Sparrows. Have a beautiful
Peace,
night.
everybody.
Demetrius will
All right.
talk. Love you,
All right.
honey.
Good night. All right. Good
Smooches.
night. Bye bye.
Good night.